you're kind of a rotted human being, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, sorry. Was a fan. Toodles.
Womp womp. Hi!
Oh, we're recording already.
Yes, we are!
Work.
We are your... Hi.
Hi.
I wish I was.
We're your hostesses, the mostesses.
Your favorite living gal pals.
Miss Avocado.
And Wanda Gag.
And joining us today on the podcast is the one and only Bad Karma.
Hi!
Do you have
I'm
a
excited.
tagline?
Everyone's favorite bitch.
Everyone's favorite
bitch.
I had that written down too, and I did not read it.
Harry Bradshaw likes to say, she's everyone's favorite bitch, but turns out she's also a cunt.
Period.
Yeah, which, I mean, fair.
Yeah.
Like, you ate that, sis.
You ate that.
Oh, coffee cheers.
Oh, coffee
Cheers.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. It's, 2:30 in the afternoon, but...
I always need to pick me up. I like my uppers.
Yeah. So, for everyone watching, what are your pronouns in and out of drag?
Oh, so I don't really care too much, like, my gender identity. Like, when I'm out of drag, I feel like the best term for me is gender non-conforming.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really mind too much. He, she, they, whatever. It's not, like, super important for me.
Okay.
Like, in drag, though, she.
She. Right.
She, her, hers.
That's a woman. Put some respect on your mouth.
You know. What is the hair given today? Because I was kind of trying to go for, like, fuck-ass Bob.
It's giving, I want to say, do you remember that? Oh, shit. It's a Disney Channel original movie.
Oh, boy. That's always a great lead-in.
Let's see. Oof, there was, like, a hot boy on, like, I want to say, the Hillary Duff show who had these roots and these bangs.
Shia LaBeouf? No,
No,
wait.
he
No,
had
that
the-
was even Stevens.
He had, like, the little curly hair. Oh, I'm
Gordo?
thinking of somebody,
We're going to get there.
he had a last name that sounded like a beetle.
This is a journey.
This is a journey. Fuck. Okay. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought we'd get there.
No. Okay, what are the fucking Beatles?
Oh.
The ones with the last.
Oh, I thought you meant like an actual beetle.
No!
I'm
Goliath.
Like, okay. Hercules.
Fucking, what's the...
So it's McCarthy.
McCarthy. That was it. He looked... McCartney was his
Jesse
last name.
Jesse McCartney.
Jesse McCartney. You look like Jesse McCartney. We
Jesse
got there!
McCartney! Okay.
Disney Channel. White girl, it wasn't Miley Cyrus, her name was Liz.
Lizzie McGuire?
Lizzie McGuire.
I feel like it's giving. What is that one
Punty Jesse
math
McCartney.
woman on TV? She like tells you how to like manage your budget really well and give like kind of what. Katya did her for the Snatch
Susie
Game.
Orman.
Susie Orman. I'm getting a
Susie
little bit
Orman.
of Susie Orman.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll take that. All very powerful, strong women.
Who's that Pokemon?
It's Pikachu!
Real. I'll just do that.
bitch. Okay.
How long have you been doing drag now?
So it'll be 11 years in November.
Wow, man.
Yeah, Mama's getting old.
To be like that.
Okay.
Means, no, seasoned.
Seasoned.
Experience.
Okay. She's got a little Lowry's on her.
And a lot of salt.
And a lot of salt.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage. A lot of salt.
They gotta pickle her
Steve,
somehow to preserve her.
I mean, it was wild, like, with last year being, like, the 10-year mark. Dottie West, one of my favorite people in the world, she told me that she was going to quit drag by the time she hit 10 years. And I always told her, girl, we're going to be doing this for fucking ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, stop lying to me and stop lying to yourself. We're going to be,
Exactly.
we're going to be doing this forever. But then just, like, hitting that point, like, oh, God, I've been doing this for a third of my life now. Like, oh, wow. Okay. That's different, but we're into it.
And you're
Yeah.
doing and you do it full time, right?
Yeah, so mostly full time. I got a little serving gig on the side, helps pay rent.
Work, yeah.
But yeah, no, I've been the CEO of Bad Karma Enterprises since 2015.
Registered LLC.
A registered LLC.
Absolutely,
You know.
you got it.
And then like everything from like costume making to music mixing, like anything that can be put into a drag essence. I'm making money off it.
Yeah.
Jack of all trades, girl.
That's currently what I'm doing. Yeah, making costumes, producing shows.
Yep.
This is slowly making us money. We have
Okay.
sponsors now. Use code DRAGSPOON for 15% off your purchase at Stone Crazy.
More
Oh,
on that at
work.
the commercial break.
Yeah, you'll hear about that later.
Work.
We also have a sticker company that sponsors us, and anyone can sponsor us for $20.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you ever want to,
I'll give you a slick 20 out of
yeah,
the show.
we'll just put a picture of you on the screen. We'll say thanks, Karma.
Thank you, Karma.
I'm into it. I endorse that.
Here's for all of our patrons. No.
Okay.
We don't have a Patreon.
Yet.
I've never really understood the Patreon thing. Like, is it like OnlyFans, but just like not porn?
Yeah.
basically.
Okay.
So it's like you can get the
Literally
content early. So like the podcast will come out a week early there.
Or sometimes
Okay.
there's exclusive content. Like I know IMHO does like after videos or something.
Yeah, they'll do like some other like content, or maybe they'll be like, here's a makeup video of me just chatting and kicking
okay.
with you. So like you get exclusive content that nobody else gets if they don't subscribe.
Okay, cool.
I think if we
Okay.
like expand, maybe we'll think about it. But otherwise, our sponsors are doing us great.
I'm so old. The social media thing is just
It's
like.
getting exhausting.
I post,
Excuse me.
I post on Instagram like once a month.
Oh yeah.
No, you don't. You haven't posted in 6 months.
No, I posted.
Yeah.
In August.
The amount of times I've seen you think about posting, you start forming it, and then you're like, what's that?
I think too hard about what I want to put on the internet.
Honestly, same though. I mean, like in the day and age that we're in, like internet is forever. You know,
True.
you put it out there and it's there.
It'll come back to haunt
You know, and also like you just want to present the best version of yourself,
Exactly.
right? You know, and so like it's. There was a time, it was over the pandemic, like I did not post. I think I didn't post for like a whole year. You know, I would
They were,
I would
where'd
like
you
share
go?
on like my stories and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, but like an actual like feed post, like no, because most of my posts, like I do a lot of photo shoots with Ryan
Oh, of
and Ryan
course.
Coit. Love you, shout out to Ryan Coit, one of the best photographers I've ever worked with. I normally would like post promo pics, like that's kind of like I don't like doing selfies.
Oh,
you
no,
know.
me either.
I don't
The
like-
dark club photos.
Right, like in a lot of the venues we work at, it's not exactly the
No.
best setup for lighting. You know, so over the pandemic, you know, just not having a photographer to like go do photo shoots with, I'm like, well, I don't have any content to post.
So why bother?
Why- right.
Were you even performing, or were you just staying at home?
So it was a lot. I mean, the pandemic had a lot of like those at home like virtual show
Yes.
kind
Yeah,
of
we did a few
deals.
of those.
Yeah. I ended up having to buy a green screen that I ended up hanging in the house just so I could like have a background.
Yeah.
But the apartment that I was living in at that time, I mean, it was a shoebox, like 550 square feet.
Oh, God.
You know.
Yeah.
It had beautiful, like it was like 30-foot ceilings, so
Oh.
like it didn't feel super small.
That's good.
You know, but in essence, it was very
Tall
small.
shoebox.
Yeah, it was a tall
Yeah.
shoebox. So I just didn't have a lot of space to like, you know, really do the kinds of things. I mean, a lot of people got really
Really
fucking creative.
They did. Yeah.
A lot of people got really creative. I'm like, oh, not I. Couldn't be me. Not I.
Bitches were out here making like whole sets. and
Yes!
stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you better work. And also, I'm not doing that.
Also, not doing
I'm not doing
that.
that.
I think for me, the worst part was starting drag online only because I started in the middle of the pandemic. And so I was like, okay, great. All my crunchiest, babiest moments. They're out there.
They're forever.
They're there forever.
Yeah.
I mean, I can take them down, but I won't, 'cause
Okay.
I'm humble. I'm
Humble.
humble.
Humble queen.
beginnings.
We love that. But the thing that was like crazy, and I was talking to Harry Bradshaw about this a couple days ago. The pandemic was the first time I ever like took a break in drag.
Yeah.
Like I had been doing drag nonstop since 2012, and it was just go.
Yeah.
You know, and I blessed to have all the opportunities that I have. You know, so I
Just kept taking them.
kept taking them. Right, like you know, the blessings might not come someday, so like enjoy them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then you know, pandemic hit, and like it was a swift realization that like this can all be pulled out from under you for any reason at any given time.
Mhm.
Like get yourself ready. But yeah, that was the first time that like I took like a break, you know, and even then was still working.
Still working.
But then you know savings ran out, and then do I have to get
Did you get on?
a job?
Did you get that unemployment check?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
That's what made me start drag. I said government money. I'll
Well,
start drag.
Well, it was hard though because the way they initially had it set up
was
was,
tricky.
small businesses weren't really getting those checks easily.
Yeah.
You know. And it wasn't until like 3-4 months into it that they really like started doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But thank God they did. I mean, I really was able to do a big like turnaround in my life. Like, you know, with that money, I was able to buy a car.
Word.
You know, I was able to actually like go get a job and like go to work.
Mm-hmm.
Serving is a unforgiving job.
Oh yeah.
And to all my service industry people out there, here's to you. Okay.
Not to that.
Not for the weak.
Not for the weak.
I've learned a lot about the human condition from being a server.
feel like I'm in like a morning talk show right now. Like
Okay. Plant Dad. That's not English.
No, he's just a little kitty with
This
this conductor.
little conductor kitty.
Yeah.
Conductor pussy. We love that.
And then this one is my gift to you. And
It's
just
an
a cat
asshole.
anus.
A cat anus.
Yeah.
I
But it
love
matches
all of
my-
these.
It matches my dress, sort of.
where did you get the
It
name?
matches my dress enough.
Oh, okay.
So what inspired the drag name of Bad Karma?
Yes.
Yeah, so I mean, when I started doing drag, I had a different name that lasted for 1 week. So I started drag in November of 2012, and I show up to the 90s for the amateur contest, and I go up. There's 2 other contestants. One who only did drag for the 1 week because she brought all of her friends out to the contest,
Of
and
course,
she ended up
as
winning.
you do.
You know, as one does. And then the other was Lucy Fur. And she goes, "What's your name?" And I said, "Eric, nice to meet you." And she goes, "Okay, but like, what's your name?" And I show up, and like I had like 3 Aldi's bags and my shoe boxes, like, 'cause I didn't have a suitcase. I'm just like trotting around. I don't know what the fuck to expect,
Yeah,
you know.
right.
I'm just a little crossy living her dreams, you know. And so I go up there, and she goes, "No, what's your name?" I'm like, "I don't have one." I don't know. Like I kind of thought that maybe like somebody here would give me one, and then she gave me a name, and I don't tell people what that name was because it's not. No, it's not. That's not my name. But then, so after that, me and my good friend Bailey, we sat down and we're like, we got to figure this out. Like that's not your name.
Yeah.
You know, and I wanted my name to be representative of me, and I didn't want it to be some like Cuntiana pussy, like Vanessa, Jessica, like no.
I
like,
love when drag queens put 2 basic white girl names together and they're like, that's
Yeah,
my name.
yeah.
My name is Jessica Taylor.
but bitch, like honestly, I was like, I live. If that's your gig, that's your gig, but that's not mine.
Yeah.
you know. And like I've always liked names that like aren't really names. Like I like Rose, like flower.
Yeah.
You know, Aurora, a thing. You know. So I was just like, I just want it to be. I want it to be representative, and I don't want it to be just like a basic ass name.
Yeah.
And so like we're sitting in Bailey's basement, and we're brainstorming, and I think we were watching Housewives. And somebody goes, "Bad Karma's a bitch. I just hope you know that." And then it was just like, Bad Karma. Okay. And then it was the representation of, you know, I didn't really have a good childhood. You know, was all kinds of fuck. Grew up very poor. Ended up homeless for a year of my childhood. You know, very abusive parents. Just like not a very uplifting childhood. But I wanted to channel my experiences into an art expression. And you know, you can't have good karma without bad karma, the whole yin and yang thing, right? You know, so just decided that, you know, this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to own my bad karma.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make some positivity out of it. Make some really fucking good art.
Work.
Yeah.
I like that.
Thank you.
My favorite is when on posters they will put your name big. They'll be like bad, and then underneath
Karma.
that is
We
my
have
favorite.
Jessica. We have Alana. We have Bad.
We have bad. When I competed for Miss Gay United States, when Anastasia Anakwe won, her and I were getting ready next to each other. And she goes, "Karma, is your first name Bad? Like, do people just call you Bad?" And I'm like, "Well, they call me Bad for other reasons." But yeah, no, I get that a lot. It is kind of like the worst first name on the planet.
Yeah.
Like, "Oh, she's bad.
She's bad.
That's bad. Oh, she's bad." Like Michael Jackson bad.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, sir.
So what
That
kind
was
of
my Michael
performance?
Jackson.
Hello. Welcome back to life, Michael Jackson. In this wig.
In this fuck ass Jesse McCartney, Susie
Yes.
Orman Bob.
I live.
He fucking he bitch.
So what kind of performances can we expect from you? Like what would we see at the Bad Karma show?
Oh, bitch, I don't know. It depends on my mood for the day.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all over the place all the time. I mean, I enjoy acting Like, I think that's like the biggest thing that like I've gained through performing in drag is being able to like live out my childhood fantasies, you know? Like, so like when I was growing up, like the first talent I ever did, or first winning talent I ever did was Winifred Sanderson in Hocus Pocus.
Oh, yeah.
And like I would just like as a kid, I'd watch the movie and be like, "You there?" And like, "Ooh, I got a little lady coming out my fingers." You know, I had that Debbie from the Addams Family.
Oh,
I
yes.
had that monologue memorized when I was 5 years old.
Oh, wow.
You know, because that's what I would do, and that was like, and as I've gotten older and the more I've like spent some time like analyzing life and you know my childhood and all that, that was kind of like my coping mechanism to like ignore all of the like rotted shit that was happening around me. Is I would just act, and I would, you know, turn into these other characters and just, you know, pull myself away from all of that.
Yeah.
So I do that a lot in my performances. I love to, you know, I love a monologue.
Oh, yeah.
A girl loves a monologue,
Yeah.
you know.
I remember one of your recent numbers that I liked a lot was you doing the Megan number.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You did the full dance. Yeah, like that was.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't do like the whole like, Mama's old and I've never been able to do a cartwheel anyway, and we're not going to start trying now.
That's fair.
Self-awareness is a superpower, and that's just not for me. I am not that girl. But yeah, no, the whole, the whole thing. Oh, wow, it actually kind of hurt my head a little bit.
Remember to stretch, kids.
Okay. Okay. But also, like, a lot of my performance just depends on my mood of the day.
Yeah.
Like, yesterday even, I was driving in the car on the way home from an errand or whatever, and Killing Me Softly pulled up on the shuffle on my playlist. And I was like, oh, you know what? I forgot how much I love this song, and I've never performed it before. So I sure did perform it at Saloon last night in the middle of the show.
Work.
And like, as soon as it started, strumming my pain with his feet, and the whole audience go, ooh, ooh. I'm like, yep, this was the mood I was going for. This is what I wanted. But also, I love being just like a basic white bitch. Like a good old early 2000s, late 90s Y2K basic ass bop, like Pieces of Me, Ashley Simpson. We'll eat that up in a second. Eat it up in a second. Anything Hilary Duff, Lindsay Lohan. And I've very much been on that kick lately too. What is that? Upside Down, 18s. I listen to Upside Down, bouncing off the ceiling, inside out. Like those songs that are like awful, like no real quality content, but are just like sugary, sweet, delicious, basic. Vanessa Carlton, 1,000 Miles.
Oh, of course.
Like vibe. Vibe. I don't think anybody gives basic white bitch the same way I give basic white bitch.
And that's a grand mama.
No,
That's on branding.
Get into it.
So, you really are a booked and blessed diva between the Ladies of La Femme, Hot Pink, work, and various other gigs. What advice do you have for maintaining a good work-life balance?
Oh, geez. Good work-life balance. Well, I mean, I don't have one. Well, I love being able to be on stage, and I love being able to perform. That's like, it's been the biggest blessing of my whole life, is being able to perform. I remember, so when I turned 18, so a little like background, when I was 16, I was on American Idol. When I was 17, I was on America's Got Talent.
Okay.
Roll the clips.
See, and that was the other thing too, is that American Idol went really well. America's Got Talent didn't go very well, and that's the one that got the screen time.
Oh,
no. But like, so my game plan was, once I turn 18, I'm gonna move to LA. I'm gonna go be a singer. I'm gonna go do the thing. And then I turned 18, and I'm like, you're broke as fuck.
Oh, no.
You don't have $1 to your name. You have no support behind you. Like, let's maybe like be a little more realistic. You know, and like when I was in high school, performing was like my only, once again, it was my only escape. I was a show choir homosexual.
Of course.
Yeah. But like Bitch, don't you give me the line. I love show choir. I sure did. I love show choir. And like every performance opportunity I could be in, I took. So like all musical theater, like I took an African drumming class once. Like, like I just loved it. But so I turned 18, and then all of a sudden, all the performance opportunities just like dried up. Like, you know, so. And then I found drag, and I was like, yep, nope, this is it. This is what I'm doing. I'm going into it. And so, like, I would say if I have any advice to anybody who, like, wants to start doing drag is the only way to have a good success in it is you got to dive in head first, 100%. Like, you can't pussyfoot around it. Like, you need to get into the gig. You need to do the thing. And then also just keeping in mind, it's just drag.
It's just drag.
It's just drag. Like, be real. Keep it cool.
We're all in wigs. We're all sweating.
Some of us smell better than others. T fucking he, bitch. Oh, y'all gonna get me in trouble.
No further comments.
Wait.
I don't know anything.
Okay.
We were just talking about
Oh, Lordy. Okay. Ooh, this is way too tight.
I guess, can you expand upon, like, if people want to do it full time, though? Like, they're trying to be like, this is my only gig. Like, what advice do you have on that, especially?
Well, be realistic. I mean, I had to work my ass off just to be able to get by. Those of you who are watching on video right now, I'm doing a little wig readjustment because my head's too tight. You know, so when I was in like my peak of working, you know, I was doing like 8 to 12 shows a week. Like a typical week, like Wednesday hosting at the 90s, Thursday doing Evolution at Lush. Friday, there's a pre-show, and then it's Black Heart's Burlesque or working at the 90s or doing whatever random gigs at the Black Heart. Then Saturday, it's brunch in the morning, hosting bingo at 2, doing the pre-show at 5, and then heading over to Black Heart to do show shots at 10. Then to wake up Sunday morning to do brunch with Flip Phone, and then it's 3 shows in that Sunday, and then to do a show Sunday night. Like I was like going at it, you know, just like doing the thing.
I would die.
And bitch, I was dying. Like the benefit of it is like I would get my my full Monday Tuesday off, and I do nothing but sleep and order Chinese from Great Dragon. You know, but like it was hard, and even at that point, I was barely making it by.
Yeah,
you know, and like I had a big life change in 2017, so I'm married now. Very, very happy. Love you, Joshua. But my ex, we were together for 6.5 years, and I had came home from a vacation in Seattle. I went to Hempfest, highest I've been in my entire life. It was a great experience. It was awesome. But I come home to an empty apartment. Like everything was gone. He left me half of his half of rent. A roommate release form from the office, and a letter saying, sorry it had to be like this, good luck at Continental. And like that was the end of my relationship.
Oh my
and then
God.
and then at that point it was like 2 months prior we had just re-signed a 2-year lease agreement. So God. I literally was like, what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
What am I going to do? And like it was the first time in my adult life that I had ever like genuinely been on my own. Like you have no support. Like I said earlier, like I have no relationship with my family, very abusive parents, absent parents, you know, so like you've got to figure this out.
Yeah.
And the only way to do that and the only opportunities that I had were with drag. So like, yeah, I went pedal to the metal, and I'm glad that I had those opportunities. But I did stretch myself very, very thin.
I believe it.
You know, and then the mental gymnastics that I had to deal with, you know, with losing my ex, and you know, like it was a lot. So anybody who wants to do drag full time, if you can do it, do it.
Yeah.
Like if you have the opportunities, take them, because someday they might not be there.
Yeah.
but also just like you got to take care of yourself, you know, and like I'm not a girl that will go and do, you know, dips and tricks and all those things on stage, and my body is already starting to fall apart. Just, you know, there would be times that like I would go to sleep after like, you know, one of those like 4 show days on a Saturday, and because I was in heels all day, like I couldn't relax my foot to go to sleep. I had to keep my foot in like the toe upright position.
It would just cramp if you tried.
It would cramp, and I couldn't fall asleep.
Oh,
The only way I could fall asleep is if I flexed my foot in the way that like if I was wearing a heel, you know,
Barbie
like
style.
Wild.
Barbie style. Yeah, you know, because you're wearing heels for 15 hours a day, nonstop. Like, yeah, that's just like it started to bust my shit down. So like,
Jesus.
if you want to, just know that it's a lot. It's very taxing.
You really got to take care of yourself.
You really got to take care of yourself, you know. And I wasn't the best at that for a good portion of that time, you know. So
like a lot of that was 20s, right? So it's
Yeah.
like that's the time of your life when you're learning how to take care of yourself. And
well,
all this.
and you know, and a lot of it, like I was with my ex from the time I was 17 to 24. You know, and he was I lost my virginity to him on my 18th birthday. I know, I'm one of those.
Pledged your virginity to him.
But like, after that, like, bitch, I went wild. I went wild. I was like, ooh, is this what it's like to be a free young woman in her 20s? Like, girl, like it was like 2 dicks over here, 4 in my ass, 3 in my mouth. I ended up getting syphilis. That was a fun time.
Speaking of syphilis, we're going to take a commercial break and we'll be right back.
Tea, bitch.
This episode of the Drag Me With a Spoon podcast is brought to you by Stone Crazy, your go-to destination for all things bling and costume embellishments. Are you ready to add some sparkle to your life? That's right, Stone Crazy offers a dazzling selection of rhinestones, fringe, and rhinestone rope, along with the essential tools and glues to make your creative projects shine. Whether you're a DIY enthusiast, a fashion designer, or just someone looking to add a touch of glamour, Stone Crazy has you covered. Stone Crazy is proud to be a queer POC-owned business based in the heart of Minnesota. By supporting Stone Crazy, you're not only getting high-quality embellishments, but you're also supporting diversity and inclusivity in the crafting community. So why wait? Visit Stone Crazy today at stonecrazymn.com and start adding some serious bling to your life. Use code DRAGSPOON for 20% off your purchase as well. Remember, it's not just about the rhinestones, it's about making a statement. Get crazy bling at Stone Crazy. Hi, sorry for this interruption. I forgot to give this material to Pistachio before editing, but thank you to Patty Kaching for sponsoring this episode of the Drag Me the Spoon podcast. We love you, Patty Kaching. You look stunning. You are an incredible performer. I love your work. Can't wait to see what you do in the future. Love you. Thank you so much. Bye.
Okay.
On that note, we're back.
We're back. Fresh cup of coffee, new logo on the left titty.
Where?
Gay rights.
Gay rights. Ally.
I love gay people. They're my favorite.
They're not mine.
So, you are quite the competitor lately, competing in All-American Goddess Nationals, Miss City of the Lakes. You're doing Bloodbath Ball with me.
Very
There's
excited.
something else coming up soon that I can't...
Superstar.
You know what? By the time this comes out, Superstar.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Okay, what inspired you to start doing pageants and other competitions like this? Where did this competitive edge come from?
I guess, I mean, I've always been competitive, you know. And like I said earlier, I was in show choir. Peaked in high school. There was a show choir competition that I went to in Omaha, Nebraska. And they had a special award at this competition called the Showmanship Award, who the director of the show choir competition awarded to the person that he thought was the best performer out of everybody who competed that day. So out of like 600 odd people, he chose me as the best performer. And I remember just like sitting there in the audience being like, oh, he said my name? Okay. And it was the first time I had ever won anything in my life. And like, I still have that trophy at home. It is still front and center around all of my crowns. Cause like that really like started my drive to be like, okay, you do have something to offer.
Yeah.
Like, you are good at performing, you know? And so, like, when I started doing drag, in November of 2012. I was in my first pageant in February of 2013. And that was the first time I ran for Miss Queen of Hearts.
Period.
And Dottie West makes fun of me all the time because she goes, "Why did you do a Halloween talent for a Valentine's Day pageant?" Because at the time, my best costume and best number I did was Time Warp from Rocky Horror Picture Show. I found a fun version of it online, and I sure did think that I was doing something.
Well,
Isn't Rocky Horror Picture Show really just about love?
I mean,
Love and
touch
acceptance.
me.
yeah.
Okay.
And fucking.
And
yeah.
fucking. But yeah, so I've always been competitive, and also I feel like I get very bored with just the standard, you know, everyday drag thing, you know. I mean, honestly though, and like, it's super easy for performers to just fall into a box.
Yeah.
And like, I'm guilty of it, you know. But that's why I love competing so much, is that it gives me a reason to put something together.
Yeah, it challenges
something
you.
new. It challenges you to elevate, you know.
Because I like to think, both of us, I don't think people were expecting to do Bloodbath. 'Cause
No.
you're very more traditional pageants, and I'm
Yeah.
like old glamour, and I don't really do spooky stuff. So I'm like,
By the way, that gown was gorgeous.
oh, thank you.
I show up wearing a cocktail dress. This bitch has a full fucking satin-lined gown.
Oh, you know, I just
Like-
whipped it up real quick.
Like, I literally had this in my closet from
As-
like 8 years ago. And
as
I was like,
soon as I-
you know what? We can get some blood on this.
Yeah.
The
As soon
thing
as-
about Wanda is she wants to win the promo.
the promo.
Okay.
Something that doesn't
That's
cost.
always the thing I will win. You will never beat me at the promo. Drag duels, I won. The Bloodbath Ball, I won the promo. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
you guys were delightful at Drag Jewel.
It was really fun.
Y'all
was-
did make my ass itch though with that fucking Miss Piggy and Kermit. I'm like, oh.
The reviews are in. Made Karma's ass itch. That is a proud moment.
I'm like,
for me.
ooh. I mean, y'all did that. Y'all
Yeah,
did
ma'am.
that.
Yes, ma'am.
I love a good competition. I really do.
Yeah.
Me too. That's why I like producing them. Like, I like our pageants that we put on. I honestly, if given the opportunity, would keep putting on more competitions because
Yeah.
I love giving people a theme and challenging them to get creative with their drag.
Yeah.
Because like, how does some of y'all not get bored? I'm not naming names, but there are some people that I'm like, why are you doing this?
No, name the names.
No. Okay,
Name the
Bad
names.
Karma.
Well,
Miss
I mean,
Avocado.
I did
Guilty.
I did ask for it.
That's why I don't
No,
darling.
there are some people that I'm just like, there's nothing behind the eyes. You're just going.
Yeah.
You're just performing because,
A
I don't
weird like autopilot.
yeah, but drag is saving your life. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Yeah.
I don't know. But, you know, it doesn't look like it's saving your life.
You should kill yourself.
Anyway.
It looks like it made you
And it looks
enough
like it-
dollars to buy one drink at the saloon.
Okay.
Hey,
Saving-
Showpay is a $40 saloon gift card. Excuse you.
Oh, ooh.
Flashback. More flashbacks.
That's 4 drinks.
But that's none of my business.
Okay. And it's not my tea. I get paid.
I heard they're not doing that a whole lot anymore, which is good.
I believe they're not doing it at all anymore.
I hope so. 'Cause that's
Well, I mean,
stupid.
I don't know about y'all. I get cash.
Smart woman.
Okay.
Smart woman.
If there's one thing I'm gonna get is my show pay. Okay?
Yeah.
Don't fuck with the show pay, bitch.
What is your favorite competition you've done?
What is my favorite competition I've done? I think the year I won Miss Gay 90s back in 2013. It's my 10-year anniversary this year.
Oh.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, she's fucking old. But like I was planning to run for Miss Gay 90s the second I started doing drag. You know, and like that was the first time I did my Hocus Pocus number, which ended up becoming like super iconic for me. And like it was like the culmination of like living out all of my childhood dreams.
Yeah.
Like, I'm Winifred fucking Sanderson. It is Halloween night, and I am doing this number for this amazing audience. And I remember, you know, because I had done... Oh, excuse me. I had done Queen of Hearts, and then I had done City of the Lakes, and I was pretty awful at both of them.
You gotta be awful to get good.
And like, not that I was really all that much better at Miss Gay 90s. I didn't have an updo for my evening gown. I wore like a little like chop, like almost finger wave. Like, it was bad. It wasn't good.
Hey, I mean, it didn't touch the shoulders.
That part.
So,
That part.
follow the rules.
My Q&A was fine, but my talent ended up being like what got me the crown. But I remember being around the people I competed with. Mercedes Iman Diamond was my runner-up. Octavia Bonet, who I love, and her dresser was Nova Star from Fierce Drag Jewels.
Oh.
And so like I'm around all of these people, and I'm this little baby queen who hasn't even been doing drag for a year, who ends up winning the pageant. Like, clock the kids because they sure were not expecting it. That was a very pivotal moment for me in my drag career. And like I still to this day, and I will brag about it till the day I die, I am the youngest person to ever win Miss Gay 90s. I won at a ripe, young 20 years of age.
Period.
And I hope that record stays with me forever.
Is your daughter doing the Gay 90s pageant?
I think so. I believe so.
Well, maybe she could beat you by like a week.
Well, that's the thing, is that she is, my birthday is July 7th, her birthday is July 11th. So if she did win, I would still beat her by 4 days. So,
wow.
Yep, so. Bitch, I am if there is one thing bad karma is fucking petty, bitch. That is my title. Chandra, I love you. You ain't getting it, girl. You can win the crown. That's cool. That'll be fun. I hope you win. Fingers crossed.
Love your hair. Hope you win.
But that title is mine. Okay, you're gonna take that away on my 10th anniversary?
Real.
I also feel like you had so much fun with Nationals for All American Goddess this year. That
Anju Woman moment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'm a big dork. Pokemon and Digimon were like some of my favorite things growing up. The first video game I ever played was Pokemon Stadium on Nintendo 64. And I remember picking Charizard and using Sword Stance and being like, why isn't it doing any damage?
He's got swords out!
He's got swords and it's not doing anything! But, when All American Goddess came around, obviously Kamari Williams is my best friend. I love my husband very much, but Kamari is like the most important person in my life. Like, would not be alive without her today. And so when she won, I remember being in the audience and literally like scream sobbing so hard that she like achieved her dreams and like made it happen. And back in the day, Kamari and I would get together. She was working at Domino's at the time. We'd pick up a $5 medium pizza, share that bitch, and make our costumes for our next competition.
Period.
Like that is a real one right there. And to see the turnaround of like, oh, this is a national title holder.
Yeah.
That's my sis. And if she can do it, so can I. So I tried really hard to put everything together, and her creative costume that she did the year she won, she did Felicia from a combat game. I honestly
was one of the Street Fighters.
I don't think it was
Soul Calibur.
It was some.
She was a cat lady.
Well, and here's the thing: when she was telling me the idea, I was like, okay. I'm like, are you sure about that? You sure the reference is gonna translate? And she was telling me, and she was selling me on it. And I've always, in any competition, if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else is gonna believe in you. So like, you really gotta like have that confidence that what you're gonna do is what you're gonna do, and you're gonna serve it and deliver it. And I didn't know the reference. But bitch, when that bitch came out and did her model and had her little video playing, I was like, okay, bitch, you ate that. Okay, bitch, you ate that. So I was like, okay, so I need to like channel that same energy too.
Yeah.
And I was worried that, the Digimon reference was, a little too niche. That people wouldn't really get it. And and I made that entire costume myself.
Okay.
Yep. I had to learn a couple different things
I
to
believe
put that all
that.
I
together.
was gonna say the ribbons just free floating.
Uh-huh.
Like, what was that?
So it was aperture wire.
Okay.
It was like, I don't remember what gauge it was, but like, yeah, it was like 8-inch ribbon. Well, it was satin that I had like cut into panels.
Oh, yeah.
And then sewed the aperture wire at the ends of the ribbon so that I could like mold it around myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the wings were made out of like packing foam.
Oh, word.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. So I spent hours peeling, snipping, and cutting feathers out of
my
fucking
goodness.
foam. And it was exhausting, but it was also like super. When I turned that corner and people started going up, I was like, okay.
Oh, they get it.
I was like, oh, they get it. They like it. Okay, thanks, you guys. Well, and like I was panicking because Cortana Larice did my makeup. Shout out Cortana, love you. But she also did Kamari's makeup. And so she did Kamari's first. You know, it's her step down. Got to make sure Kamari's ready.
Oh, of course.
I was so behind. I like literally like I didn't have nails on.
Oh no.
And like at a national pageant, if you ain't got your nails on, like so I was there like wrapping my hands around the ribbon, being like, "Don't clock these, please don't clock these, please don't clock these, please don't clock these, please don't clock these." But like one of my belts wasn't going on. Like I was getting dressed up until like 5 seconds before I walked out on stage.
Jesus.
Like they played my video and I was still getting dressed, like
Jesus
straight up panicking. And then so that it was a sigh of relief when I came out and people were like, "Yes!"
Yeah.
Like, "Oh, they get it,
stop.
yeah!" Literally, like it gave me like a,
Yeah.
Ugh.
Good.
okay, we're okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you ended up winning that category, didn't you?
No, I
Well,
ended
you
up.
should have. Anyway.
Oh, what? What?
I don't actually
We'll
know
talk
who won.
about that later. Nobody knows who won.
It's a secret.
Off the record.
Right.
Fuck that bitch. No, I got third in the category, which I was still like gagged about.
Yeah.
Because knowing what I know about the system and like I've been a part of it in like one way or another for like 6-7 years.
Mhm.
So like I know what they're looking for.
Right.
I know what to do. I know what to deliver.
Yeah.
And like I was expecting that to be one of my weaker categories and ended up being one of my strongest. And
Word.
so I'm like, okay, love that journey for me.
Yeah. And then you were first alternate for this pageant, right?
Yes, I was first alternate, my highest national placement I've ever gotten. I'm very proud. I wish I would have won, but you know, what can you do?
Did it come with like a really nice prize package?
Oh yeah, bitch! I got $1,000 that night, and when I took my team to Benihana the next day and spent
Work.
about $400 of it,
Work.
and that was after my employee discount.
Oh, so she works at Benihana.
Oh yeah. You can catch me every Monday and Wednesday night.
Are you like really good with the knives?
Are you the knife
Are you like
juggler?
Britney Spears?
Britney Spears, getting ready for the hibachi.
Yes.
No, that's not me. I just serve. Okay.
Just stand in the corner.
And then I also take your order.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Secondary.
Well, I think it's time for the name game.
Ooh, okay, here we go.
Okay, do you want to ask the first one?
All right.
Here we go.
Rad Karma. Do you know any skateboard tricks?
No. I know how to break a skateboard.
That counts.
Okay.
That counts.
I'm a fighter.
Sad karma. What makes you cry?
Oh, geez, a lot. I'm a Cancer.
Oh,
Yeah. So yeah, I cry a lot. What was the last thing that made me cry? I was watching Kitchen Nightmares yesterday, and the family drama. And I was like, he just wants to save his restaurant. He doesn't deserve this. He just wants his restaurant to be saved. Like, why can't you guys just like get along? It doesn't take a lot to make me cry.
I love that.
Valid. Lad Karma. Who are you? A little lad who likes berries and cream?
This hair is kind of giving that, isn't it? Betty's a cream. Betty's a cream.
Boots.
Have you seen him on TikTok?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's milking that for all
He's
it's
milk.
worth.
It's like, bitch, that commercial came out 16 fucking years ago.
Like-
You better milk that
And
bitch.
he is just hitting his stride. Period.
that part.
Dad karma. Do you want kids someday?
You know, I just got married.
Mm-hmm.
I love my husband very much, and he definitely wants children.
Okay.
And I've always been the kind of person that's like, I fucking hate kids.
Yeah.
Like, I hate kids. But so his sister, shout out to Kristen, love you, Chris, has 4 lovely, lovely children, and they've really like warmed me up to the idea of like, okay, you know what? Maybe I could do this. You know, a lot of the concept of me being a father comes with the trauma of having the shitty parents that I had.
Yeah.
You know, and like it would be the bane of my existence if I turned out to be even kind of a parent like my parents were to me.
Okay.
You know, and it's like it's a big fear of having kids
That's
for
valid.
me. You know, but my husband wants children. And although I'm not there right now, I'm still like, I just turned 30.
Yeah, you
like,
got time.
I'm still very selfish. I still have many goals for myself that I want to achieve. Like I can't even have a pet right now. Like taking care of another living being is a little too much responsibility for me. Like
Start
I'm having
with a gerbil, a goldfish, maybe.
Okay.
You know?
Like I'm having a hard time trying to take care of myself, much less somebody else.
Real.
But down the line, we've had discussions about like, do we want to adopt? Do we want to do some kind of like in vitro? You know, so it'll happen someday, but not for a while.
Plus, Chandra's already a handful enough.
Bitch, okay. And I love my kids, but ooh wee.
All right. Pad karma. What does your living room look like?
Oh, I mean, it looks like a living room. We got so Josh and I moved in together. What was it, 2-3 years ago? And you know, new place. I wanted to get rid of all of the other stuff that I had with my ex. Like no, we're not bringing that energy into our home together.
Cleansing.
You know, cleansing.
Yes.
Yeah. So everything's brand new. It's like colorful, but like boring at the same time, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like we have like a very beautiful like multicolored rug that kind of looks like paint splatter, and it's got like it's got some pinks, it's got some teals, it's got some yellows in it, but then our couch is like gray.
That's what
I was like, you were describing our living room.
Like our living room is yellow, orange. There's colors everywhere, and then it's like gray couch.
Yeah.
Gotta balance it somehow.
Yeah.
Slate rug.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I do want a new couch though. It's not very comfy.
Same.
I'm like, I just really want to be able to take a comfortable nap on my couch.
That part.
And
I want a
it's
deep
not-
couch.
Yes.
Yeah.
I almost want like just old. Like I don't want to break this in. I want to be able to sink into it and like not move for 3 hours.
I want this to be a nursing home. Like somebody's been watching the Price is Right on it for 10+ years while their child ignored them. Like well lived in couch.
Very specific reference, but I completely understood it.
Mad karma. What do you want to rant about? Do you have something to rant about?
Oh, it's like those two old white bitches who just complain. I'm over it, or I've had it.
Yeah.
I've had it. What do I want to rant about? I don't know. What makes me mad? I'm usually just so like unpressed and unbothered by everybody because I just really don't give a fuck.
Real.
How do you feel about Taco Bell taking the quesarito off the menu?
I never really liked the quesarito.
You
know what I
Well,
get
thank you for joining us today.
You know what I get mad about? Taking out the fucking nacho fries. That's what they need to keep on the fucking menu.
Real.
Those nacho fries are a testament to God.
Yeah.
God is real because nacho fries are real. And that makes me mad.
Yeah.
Also, high rent prices and transphobia.
That is fair.
Yeah?
That is fair.
Yep.
Well, you just have to appreciate the fries while they are here because they are, after all, not your fries. They are their own fries.
You know what makes me mad? Bad puns. So I got a story to tell you.
Welcome to the stage, bad puns.
Okay. Did you hear about that kid who was born without eyelids?
No.
Okay, so they used the kid's foreskin to replace his eyelids.
I guess it's kind of similar.
Well, it is like it's similar skin.
Uh-huh.
You know, he looks a little cockeyed now, but
I walked right into that. That's...
you made it so easy for me. Thank you for
I'm
that.
gullible as hell. I make it easy. right. You're gonna have to read. For bad karma? Is that what you wrote?
Pistachio wrote these.
Ah! All right, shout out to Pistachio.
Fuck my drag,
For
right?
bad karma. What is something in drag that should be forbidden?
Oh, maybe like forbidden, for bad.
For bad and karma. There we
For
go.
bad and karma. Okay, what is something that should be forbidden?
Yeah.
White girls doing a formation.
Yeah.
You know what? I believe that you should be able to perform any song by any artist, but context is very important. And maybe as a white girl, you probably shouldn't be talking about the empowerment of being a black woman. Maybe it's just not your space.
Honestly,
In a similar vein, church girls.
Okay.
honestly, all Beyonce, Lemonade, and After. I feel like
It's a little like
mm,
maybe not for you.
yeah.
It's for the girlies. It's for the black girlies.
Yeah.
Yes.
And like just leave that alone.
Yeah.
we don't need to have everything. We have enough
We have
as
King
white
Patrick's.
people.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Treat me like a slut.
Yeah.
Dirty bitch.
Just in general, I'm just like, if this music is for somebody else, maybe don't do it. It's pretty easy. You can tell pretty easy in the lyrics.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yes. Okay. Vlad Karma. Thoughts on Vladimir Putin?
He has a fun name to say.
That's fair. And lastly, ad karma. Now it's time for a commercial break.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
That was good.
And now a word from our original sponsor, Fruity Wigs. Hi, Fruits. It's your hairy diva, Miss Avocado, and Miss Ma'am. Did you know that she's been selling wigs for 3 years, officially? In that time, I've sold wigs to kings, queens, monarchs, and cosplayers all over the country. I've done a variety of styles, from updos, ponies, caged wigs, Marcel waves, to ugly styles. To commission your very own Fruity Wigs, or to see my catalog of styles, follow and message at Fruity Wigs on Instagram. Remember to check my Instagram story for themed flash sales of stage-ready wigs. Lastly, if you've worn a Fruity Wig and would like to be featured on the official Fruity Wigs Instagram, send a message with a picture you love in your Fruity Wig. And now I'm back to your regularly scheduled... there's another ad. Bye, Fruits!
This episode of the Drag Me With a Spoon podcast is sponsored by Gagworthy Designs. Hi Gag, it's your girl Miss Wanda Gag, and Miss Ma'am, did you hear she's selling costumes now? She's taking orders and serving looks. He gets a costume, she gets a costume, they get a costume, everybody's getting costumes! Commissions are now open, so message us on Instagram at Gagworthy Designs or on our website www.dragmewithaspoon/Gagworthy Designs. Alright, bye gags! Now back to your featured content.
So this is time for my favorite part of the podcast. It is the quick tips of drag. What are 3 tips you would give to any drag performer, new or experienced, you've learned that you think is really important to share, whether that's makeup, performance, attitude, professionalism, whatever?
Wash your tights.
Yeah.
Wash your tights. Your undergarments need to be washed. Make sure that no matter whatever you're doing on stage, you're having fun.
Real.
Because if you're not enjoying yourself, the audience isn't going to enjoy what you're doing. And I've seen some completely rotted entertainers be some of the most entertaining. Just as long as you're into it, like be into it.
Say more. Wait.
Well, you don't have to say names.
No, you don't. No. Sorry.
Well, I mean, like,
Avocado.
well, drama. Shut up. But like, that's the thing though. Like, you can have bad makeup, you can have a costume that's falling apart. But just if you're entertaining, that will translate above all.
Yeah.
So just have fun, be entertaining.
That's why avocado's gotten this far.
Well, you ate that.
You could be ugly. Your outfits could be falling apart. Your name could be Avocado.
You can make it.
And then show up on time.
Show up on time.
Show up on time. I literally yesterday I was doing the Hot Pink show at Saloon, and I had so many people commenting to me, "Oh wow, you're here so early." I'm like, "Cause bitch, I need to be ready."
Yeah.
Okay. Like when they call my name, I still might be like gluing on my nails in the back, throwing on my earrings, but I'm gonna be on stage on time.
Mm-hmm.
Like show up on time. It's a professionalism not just for yourself, but for the people around you.
Yeah.
Like if there's one girl that's late to a show, it throws off the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so yeah, just show up on time. Care about what you're doing. Also, if you're getting paid to be somewhere, show up on fucking time. You don't show up to work late. This is a job.
Yeah.
We're all getting paid to be here. We are paid entertainers.
Yeah.
Show up on time.
And okay, just kind of piggybacking off of that, I guess like allot yourself the time that you need.
Yeah, don't you want to like
Right.
luxuriate in the process
Well, it's
of
like
getting
I know
dressed?
bitches that know that they take hours to get ready,
Yeah.
and they always scramble into the gig, still painting, with barely with their tights on, and I'm like, girl,
Girl.
You're first in the lineup. I hope you're ready.
Okay, like, girl, we ain't holding the show for you, so.
I have like a list of people that I'm like, if I book them, they are the last person on the lineup because there's
you just know.
no way they will be ready in time.
When you just know. Yep.
If you're, I don't know. I live by if you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late, and if you're late, you're fucked.
Yeah, I got that. I used to watch America's Next Top Model like religiously as a child. And Miss J, if you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late, and if you're late, you're fired.
Yeah,
You know.
it's that simple.
Yeah.
And I want to book people again that are on time or early.
Correct.
If you're late, it stresses me out.
Yeah.
So I'm just like,
Well, that's the thing. The tardiness affects everyone.
yeah.
You know,
So,
show up on time.
shakes up the lineup, everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
do you have any other parting words before
Wait,
we
no,
go?
was that all three?
That was
drag
all three,
tips?
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I was just listening.
Usually
I'm-
the quick tips aren't quick. People seem to just
Okay.
talk and talk and talk. And you're
I'm
like,
very efficient.
I love that.
I'm very efficient. If
Do you have
there's
any
anything
other-
I've learned from masturbating, it's be quick.
Get it done.
Get it done.
Be professional.
Bust that nut and move it.
Do you have any other parting thoughts? Anything? Any wisdom that you want to share?
Be kind to one another. Monica West, who's one of my favorite entertainers and one of my favorite people. Very early on when I started doing drag, this is like it's like her saying, it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice.
Oh, I love that.
You know, and like when I was doing Q&A for AAG this year, it was something that I that was brought up in the question, because people won't remember what you did, but they will remember how you made them feel.
Yep.
You know, and that's I always try to treat everybody with respect. You know, it's not that hard.
No.
It's not that hard to be nice.
Yeah.
You know, if somebody's not your favorite, that's fine.
Yeah.
I got plenty of people who are my favorite. You
Yeah.
know? But like, it's easier to just be nice. Like, you know, and I'm an old school bitch. I'm gonna fuck around and find out. Like, like you try it, I will throw hands.
Yeah.
So just be nice. Here
Be
I am.
nice.
I tried to say I'd beat people.
Be nice. Beat people up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, where can people find you on social media?
Yeah. Okay. So, Facebook. It's all at Queen Bad Karma. So, Facebook, Instagram. If you go on my Twitter, it's very half and half. It's half drag queens and half porn.
Yep.
Like I ain't even trying to front. Like ever since they got rid of Tumblr.
Yeah.
Like Twitter's one of my favorites. I'm also on TikTok. I'm trying to get a little more into the TikTok gigs. Mama just went a little semi viral with one of her performances the other day.
Ooh.
Yeah, so the rush of that, I'm like, oh yeah, I see how people get addicted to this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel that rush.
Yeah, every time we touch. Okay, come on, Annoying. Where's the poppers?
Where's the
The fact that bitch will walk around
And just-
here you go. Okay, so side story. So I'm this was like 5-6 months ago. I'm doing the show at Hot Pink, and I'm doing Breathe by Anna Nalick. And breathe, just breathe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ty Torres comes down the stairs. He had just performed. And I go on after him, and I'm doing this song, and he comes over, and he goes, "Baby, you've got to," and hands me a bottle of jungle juice. And I said, "You know what?
You know what?
You know what? You're absolutely right." And I go, and just,
Oh God.
oh,
That's gotta be
just.
That's so much.
And then I realize, oh, bitch, you're on stage. You still have to perform. And you just spent 20 seconds inhaling poppers. Bitch, when I tell you I was wobbling, I'm like, ooh, keep it together, girl. Keep it together, girl. Oh, you're still on stage. Keep listening. I'm still waiting. Bitch got me together. Shout out to Ty Torres. Love you.
Well, on that note, so thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you guys for having me. This was so fun.
Oh my god, yes. Otherwise, we are here all the time. I think every other week we're basically posting, so make sure to like, comment, subscribe, be gay, do crimes, all that jazz, you know.
And until next time,
Bye. Period.
Period. We.
Period.
Period. We.
Period.
Period. We.